like a yo-yo. Really want to get to the conger mark, to be honest. I might having a couple of chucks here. These wrasse are beautiful fish, aren't they? Just quickly show you this. The colours in them are amazing, aren't they? It's only a little wrasse. Look at the belly on it. If I was a wrasse, he's just had a double cheeseburger too. It's beautiful, isn't he? Spiky as well, be careful. Let's get this little dude back. Welcome to Conger Central. Just going to drop these worms back in. Just only a little scratching rig, one of my rigs, on a little 3-ounce lead. Just while I set the conger rod up and get some rigs tied for the other rod. I'm going to be fishing conger baits down the side on that rod, full mackerel, fresh mackerel as well. And then I'm going to be fishing like the vampire squid out in the middle. And we'll see what happens and we'll switch and adjust to make it suit. But for now, keep your eye on this. I'm going to get the conger rig set up. I have just had the biggest whack ever on that. Oh my God. I was not looking, my own fault, and I've heard the rod was bouncing like that. Right, there is a seagull right there. Did he fly into my line? No, there's a fish there. There's a fish there. That was a massive whack. I heard the rod bouncing, go boom, boom, boom. Oh, I was just tying a couple of new pulley panels. So I'm the most unorganised person ever. Every time I come fishing, I tie rigs when I get here. And I've seen all the comments. You should always be prepared. Well, I'm no professional. I'm an amateur. I don't claim to be a professional. I don't claim to do everything right. I'll turn up, have a few chucks and catch some fish. Probably like 99% of you watching this. So I like to tie the rigs to what I need as well. Sometimes you can turn up to a mark with loads of rigs, but it's not the rig that you want. You know, different lengths, different hook sizes. I didn't know how big the vampire squid was until I brought them earlier, so I didn't want to tie the rigs then, because I know what size hook I need now. But anyway, that's me rabbling on. Definitely been done there, haven't I? Oh, right, I'm telling you now, that fish was not the bite when I wasn't looking. It is impossible that that fish was that bite, because it bent that rod over, and this is a 15-foot Pen Prevail. There is no way that that little wrasse bent that rod over like that. But the other worm's still there, and there's no bite marks or anything on that wrasse. That's impossible that that wrasse could do that. It is impossible. Hey, right, get it back down anyway. The rod literally went, I'm not joking, it's there like that, and it went boom, boom, and you could hear that bouncing off the railing. Maybe it wasn't, I've just added a bit of drama to the video, but it definitely didn't seem like that. Right, let's get it back out. Noodles are the best, see? Get your noodles on, you'll never lose a rod. Unless it's an absolute monster. And it pulls your noodle off and the fence and everything with it. Let's get some good conger baits on now, some real good. The boat fishermen are just coming in. It's about to get dark in the next sort of half hour. Oh yeah, Mr. Hooker's just called me. He's on his way over. He went to fish Amlick off the Daleks, was it? Something like that, off, you know, the flat rocks. Obviously, I'm not going to say how he's got on, because this video will probably be out before he's, and I don't want to spoil it. But he's had a few fish, and he's coming over here in about an hour's time. And I think he's going to fish. I don't know if he's coming over to sail or have a fish, which is ideal because I need something to lift my big conger up in a bit. But yeah, right, I'm going to do less talking, switch this camera off now, and I'll bring you back as soon as something happens, because it's going to go off when it gets dark here on deep water. It's got to. It has to, doesn't it? Can't not, he says. Bite on again. Right, I'm going to have to, if I keep getting hammered by little wrasse, that rod's got to be changed. Because I don't want to, mind you, I'll stop feeding when it gets dark anyway. Yeah, little wrasses. Little wrasses. Harassing me they are. Get it? Harassing. It's nice to know that you get the wrasse here though. And there is big wrasse around here, so I might stick with it for a little bit. I'm gonna get that bleeding rig tied. got one. Well, that's a good one. It's a clonker of a wrasse. Just saying, you get some big wrasse here. That is a cracker, isn't it? There, wasn't expecting that. That's a nice little little bonus. I'll put that worm rod back down again. Happy days. That's a lovely wrasse. Right, keep hold of him. You got to watch wrasse because not only have they got spikes there, they've got them on the side. See them? Look, they are sharp as hell. They cut you open. So what you can do if you grab them is run your finger down it like that, and then you can shut them. Look, so you can grab it then. Never just grab it like that. Always run like a perch. Run your finger down, grab it. You can hold them. Lovely fish, that. Lovely fish. Don't really want to put the rod back in because I want to get set up, but at the same time, when there's wrasse like that swimming around, you can't not, can you? Right, I'm going to switch this camera off. I'll get the rod back in. I'll bring you back when something happens. Yee. I think I'm going to have to get this rod in. It's not stopped bouncing. And I'm not one to complain about having bites, I'm really not. But it's getting to that time now. But there could be some bigger fish out there. Sharpening my hook. The best thing you can get is an hook sharpener. I've had this since my carp fishing days. Yeah, there's a wrasse on there again, look. Yeah, this rod's coming in after this one. I have absolutely nothing against catching wrasse. I do like wrasse fishing, but it's just going to scupper my chances of something else. I'm going to be pulling these in all the time when I could have a big bait out there. Yeah, oh. Ah, he was on. You know what, I've not tied this rig yet. So what I am going to do is drop it in once more. The next time it comes in, I'll be putting vampire squid out there. And that, I cannot wait for. It's nice to know, though, that can actually come here in the day. If you've got a big fish rod out in the day, and it's not really doing anything, you can smash a load of wrasse and that. It's not as much fun on 15-foot beach caster with £100 braid, but you know, on the right rod, little LRF setup or something, it would be quite fun to have a little rod here. Hello! I'll see you in a sec. Hey, only some wrasse, just getting the big rods out. I don't know who that is, but someone's just gone, oh, you gamekeeper, I'll come and see you in a minute. They're just coming in off the boat, so it'll be interesting to see what they've had off the boat as well. It will be interesting. Right, that is definitely the last wrasse rod that's going in, because I can't be catching no more of them. I've got to see what all these boat lads have caught. Right, I'll cut you off. I'm going to go and have a chat to these boat boys for a bit, see what they've caught, and next time you see me it should be a bit darker. Unless that wrasse rod goes again. And yeah, should have some bigger fish rods going out. There's one on here again, but as I say, this is definitely coming in now. I don't want no more of these. Just about to get the conger rod out. I missed it anyway. That's definitely not going back in. I don't want no more of them. That's staying out. The time has come. It's just getting dark. We're about an hour and a half off high water. This is the vampire squid, exclusive to Bluefin in Triada Bay. Don't know what's in it, so don't ask me, but it definitely works. A couple of sessions ago when I couldn't get no bites, put one of them on, and it done the difference. On the right rod is going to be that. It's going to be on a single hook pulley, and that's going to be drifting in the current like that, waiting for anything to pick it up. The left rod is going to be down this side down here. So that's where I lost that big conger in a video a couple of weeks ago. That's going to have a big mackerel bait on. What I've started doing is using a single hook. That's £150 leader. Nothing should get for that. I've been using a single hook. One, it's easier to unhook the fish if you've only got one hook in the mouth instead of two. And I just like the presentation. I'll split the fish's back so the line runs through the middle of the fish, and also that's going to release scent. Then I give 4 or 5 wraps of bait elastic. As you can see, that's just like a perfectly presented bait, ready for conger or stongerous to have it, and that is just going to be going down there. It's just getting dark now. I'm going to get the night lights on. Well, I've got one on the left rod. I need one on the right rod, and we should give it a go. Exciting times. So I'm going to get these rods in, and I'll bring you back on the first bite, which shouldn't be long. Right one then, just went over. Yeah, on the vampire squid. Just went right over on that vampire squid.
Big crab on.
Probably a big crab. Well, it's just dropping dark now. Probably don't look as dark on the phone, you know, with the light enhancements and all that. Did have a big bang on the squid, the vampire squid. We'll have a look. Left it in another 5 or 10 minutes after, nothing else, but it was, the initial bang was a good one. No snags. Which is always a blessing. I can't believe this rain. Yeah. Still a bit of bait on. It's getting heavy, that rain now. And I am a fair weather fisherman. It has been hit. Wrap another squid onto it. That's what I shall do. Covered in squid blood. Let's get that phone away a second a minute. Bloody rain, eh? It's not that much of a bother to fish in, but it's an absolute ball ache to record in. Charger packs there, leads, phones, microphones. It's a lot of kit to bring you these amazing quality sea videos. So for that struggle alone, hit that subscribe button. We'll see what we can film or what we can make happen. There's more people coming fishing in a sec. I've just had a walk over. There's going to be a few more rods on here. Hooker's just gone to the kebab shop. He did come and see me. He's going to get a rod out. This rain should stop and play for record, not for fishing. I'm still going to fish, but stop and play for recording. It's got a big ball. A vampire squid. I need to get my light out as well if I want to record. So that's microphone, light, charger pack, leads, phone. Not good. I'm sure a man of my calibre can work a way to get that phone waterproof with fishing line and bits of things I've got. This will do for now until I get a bite. We'll cover it with a bag. Sorry. And that is what's left of my mackerel that's been in there no longer than 10 minutes. Crabs. Look at this dude. I think it's a seal. I don't know what it is. Is it a seal? Was it? I think it was a seal. He's just dropped right down where my bait is. Imagine if that goes now. It's not a good sign when you're fishing though, is it? But he's here for a reason. People have mixed opinions on fishing with seals in the swim. What do you think? Some people say they're scared of fish. Some people say if they're there, it's a good sign because the fish are there. But he's dropped right down here. The little rascal. And it is absolutely smashing it down again. I don't know if you can see it for the phone, but everything is soaked. Just put another big Macarena bait on. As the crabs are doing, mate. Hold on, let's get some light on the situation. That's better. Bit of light. Just put another big mackerel on. These was caught from Robert Bluefin, personally caught by the owner of Bluefin and given to me. So cheers, Rob. Let's see if this mackerel will do me something. Yeah, I've got the light on now. Should be a bit better. Isn't it? Oh yes, clarity. Yeah. Apart from the big bite on the vampire squid, I've just been crabbed out. As you can see, look over the bridge. It is just shite. That is the only way to describe this weather, shite. And anybody knows the MENAI does not fish good when it rains. So it's all gone a little bit poopski from earlier, catching them wrasse, high hopes, one in the big conger, and now it's like, what a horrible wet evening. It's beautiful though, I'm not complaining, it's beautiful. There's not many places better than this, to be honest. Well, still raining, it has slowed down a little bit. Just coming up to the top of the tide. Not much has happened. Not much at all, really. I've had a little bite on the vampire squid. The mackerel bait's been getting absolutely shredded. We'll have a look at that now. I'll redo the mackerel bait. I don't think I'm going to be here that much longer, to be honest. Another half an hour. It's going to start flooding out soon. Once it starts flooding out, it's normally a no-go on here. But we'll see. Let's have a look. That's not good, is it? I have shredded mackerel bait and a big ball of clunge. Look at that. So we're going to get that cut off now, and I'll get another bait on. And the rain is starting to come down again, so I've got to cover this camera up again. So there's another big mackerel bait going out. Mackie doodle doo. Getting absolutely smashed by the crabs, and the rain's getting heavier and heavier. And well, you know what they say about the MENAI, don't you? If there's too much fresh water going in, it's a no-go. And it's been raining all day. I left Sarah's house this morning in Macclesfield. By the time I got to sort of Queen's Ferry area, it just started hammering down, and I went to the job in Holyhead, and it was just hammering down for 3 or 4 hours solid then. And it's just been on and off all day with a couple of little breaks in between. It's been pretty much rain all day, so there's definitely a lot of fresh coming in for all the little pipes and outlets and the streams that run into the MENAI. It's smashing the fresh water in. Is that just an excuse? Maybe. But I'm going to give it another half hour, an hour, keep putting baits out, and it is real fishing. That's what it is. It's real. That's what we all do, innit? It happens. I was going to get this mackerel back out, get another big piece of vampire squid on that one, and just keep trying. Keep trying. That's all we can do. You had any bites over there?
One little nibble, that's it.
There's only been a little nibble. There's only been a little nibble next door too, and that could have been a crab. At least we're blanking together. But yeah, there's not been much happening, and I'm getting cold. Although I had that big cheeseburger on the way, I'm getting hungry again. So we might have a bit of kebab on the way back in a sec. Right, let's have a look at this vampire squid. See what's going on with this one. But this is real fishing, isn't it? That's how it is. I'm sure you can all relate. No snags, that's a good thing. Because we're on high water about now and it's gone slack, I'm really going to send this one. Couldn't really send the last one because obviously when the flow was at its strongest, I hit the channel and it just dragged me straight into the side. Let's have a look at this squid, see what's happened to it. Oh, something's pecked the tentacles off it. I'm just going to wrap a little bit of squid on that. But yeah, if the fish aren't there, the fish aren't there, are they? And that is as simple as it gets. Still here, still trying. Another big bit of squid on there. I'll just wrap that one to that one. Boost it up. Bit of the old knicker elastic. Blood all over me. And that's it, big piece of vampire squid, get it out there. You can't do no more than keep putting fresh baits in. You really can't. I need to get that camera covered up again in a minute because it's coming down now. It's coming down. Right, noodle doodle do. Tighten up for you. Got all this electrics covered, and I'll bring you back if... I'm not going to say when it happens now because I'm not confident. If something happens, I'll bring you back. Well, I'm going to be packing up now. Nothing at all has really happened. I do think it's all the fresh water. Personally, I've had a couple little nicks and knacks, but like not even a proper bite. I'm getting hungry again, and I can smell the kebab shop open. Might just have to get a little portion of kebab meat and chips or something. But that's fishing in it. We're back out again tomorrow night. Definitely not on the MENAI though. Might go over to Penmon Point, or might go up to Amlick. Definitely not on the MENAI though. I need to change venues tomorrow. The beaches seem to be fishing good, and I know Amlick's fishing good. I only wanted to come here because I lost that big conger. I am going to fish on, but I'm going to end the camera now. If something happens, I'll definitely bring you back, but it's definitely not looking good, to be honest. I've been changing baits regular. I have been, you know, if you look at the video from last week when I was here, instantly putting mackerel baits in, it was going over like that, whack, all the time. Just not now. That's fishing, isn't it? That is fishing. Yeah, and that's it. See you all in the next video.